And welcome back to Crypto Hulk Show. A lot of movement going on. This crypto space, I don't know how else it's going to go. Is it going to dump first? Is crypto going up? I don't have the exact. Well, I'm not the fortune teller here. What I will go over is fundamental news. I'll go over what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a massive amount of adoption with banks. These banks now are hooking up, getting the crypto platforms and stuff. Maybe we dump first and then crypto goes up after that. Like that sounds, we know it's got to dump. With the stuff going on in the Middle East, I'll leave it at that. Could cause a boom, boom, pow. We got China now threatening to do stuff to Israel. And all kinds of potentially bad stuff going down over in that area. Trade war going on. Look, things are going to get nasty. We already know Black Swan, okay? So I want you to mentally be prepared that bad shit's going to happen. It may or may not, but I'm betting that it will. I've been in crypto 5 years, and I've always been waiting for that day when the Black Swan hits. Because rising out of the ashes is the Phoenix Dragon. What are the ashes? Ashes come from things that get burnt down. Like the system, the financial system that we're in, the global economy. I don't want you to think that everything's going to be great and lovely starting right now. No, it can get real, real scary. Really, really bad financially. Only at the end if you can make it through. Only at the end if you can financially survive. That's why I got gold. All these people out there like, oh, I just need crypto and I can sleep at my friend's house. And okay. That's okay for you. I'm not trying to sleep at anybody's house, and I'm not trying to lose any assets I have. That's why I have gold. I have gold and silver, and when gold doubles to $8,000 or $10,000 or wherever it's going up to, see, what I did is I got silver, I got crypto, and I have that. I don't have a ton of it, and that's fine. You shouldn't have to have a ton, should you? That's right, Crypto Hulk. You shouldn't really have to have a ton of crypto. So while these other channels are like, oh, yeah, I'm backing the truck up. It's so fucking stupid. I've been stacking gold. Knowing that before this crypto takes off, things are going to get really, really shitty. That's why last August, I maxed out about 4 credit cards and bought gold with it. Just finally paid it off. Maybe took 8 months to pay it off. Great, don't care. Since then, my gold went from $2,000 an ounce to about $3,600 per ounce. So on every coin, I just made $1,600. It's not going to stop there. Gold's going to go. See, the whole world's going to start utilizing gold to back crypto. That's how I already know how this goes. And all the gold and everything's going to rise. Crypto is going to come all at the end. All this stuff's going to happen first. Everybody needs to be mentally ready. Don't be shocked. You don't need to come on the Crypto Hulk show. Oh my gosh, Crypto Hulk. This is collapsing. I already told you already. That's old news. You're reporting old news. This is going to get scary for some people. We have to go through this period of destruction to get to be rich. So it's not going to be like, okay, everybody. Okay, XRP family. Remember how those two jackasses are like XRP family? That's so fucking stupid. Wow, I'm not even getting into this fucking dummy ass shit. These fucking stupid asses that make crypto videos. Amateurs. All right, let me see who the first 5 people are. Brian Edwards, Crypto She-Hulk, Keki, Issa, and Nessa. Welcome. David Klein, welcome to the 2024 Crypto Explosion. Kinetic Genergy, welcome to the entry-level membership. Yeah, people are, it's going to start getting really scary, and then a lot of people are going to start going to Crypto Hulk channel. You'll see. We'll be back up to like 1,000 again in the top chat. People are going to want to go to a channel that focuses on real world news, real world use case and shit, where he's not reading off prices of crypto every day and shit. TK, sounds like a damn good time, Hulk. Well, they say sometimes you have to go through hell to get to heaven. And trust me, it's coming. It's not going to be easy. No. This is not designed for us. If you're in this crypto space, you should know everything I'm talking to you about how everything has to crash and burn. The financial system as we know it today has to crash. That's the problem. Then there's going to be like a reaction. People are going to panic. Then there'll be a solution, cryptocurrency. Problem, reaction, solution. What I'm showing you on my news channel here every day is how the biggest banks of the world are all getting set up with crypto. You got Coinbase working with BlackRock, and they're trying to take over Circle. But Ripple's trying to take over Circle. See what I'm saying? Like, they're all fighting. It's going to be like, have you ever seen a shark with a feeding frenzy where sharks will come up and the minute they start smelling blood or something, they just start attacking? Or like piranha. These banks right now, you're going to see over the course of the hour that I'm talking here, I'm going to show you how these banks are hooking up the crypto, the ISOs, messaging platforms getting laid out, everybody. They're getting it ready, all in front of some people's face, and they don't even know it. Well, the crypto prices aren't going up. There ain't nothing happening in crypto. Oh, my God. Those people are going to get so fucking, they're going to get their cheeks clapped. It's going to be sad, and it's going to be glad for us. For all of you that put in the time and the effort to watch my long programs. I'm laying out everything that's going to happen. I always tell you, I try my best to show you in advance what's happening. You're watching my show every day, and you're seeing how these banks are buying up software companies or whatever it is. And the banks that will succeed are the ones right now that are early adopting. That's very important to see. I want you to see all this. They're early. The smart banks are hooking up with the crypto tech right away. We're going to be going over. You're going to watch. On my program, you're going to be watching as these banks are getting all set up and ready. While the dumbass people and these dumb channels that talk about, oh, you got to make money off your crypto. Look, these channels are so fake. There ain't shit going on right now as far as price. So let's forget about the price. What we got to look at is fundamentals. What the fuck is going on with crypto? There's something going on. And that is they're all getting set up. They're all like getting up to the finish line. I'm sorry, the starting line. They're at the starting line and they're waiting for that somebody to pull the trigger and makes a pop sound, and everybody starts running. Right now, I'm going to show you all these things on Crypto Hawk. My name is Crypto Hawk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor. Don't buy anything I tell you to buy. Don't sell anything I tell you to sell. I don't know anything about crypto. Every show I've ever done, I get super fucking high. Cocaine, heroin, roofies, Molly, everything. Just you name it. I snort it, smoke it, inject it, eat whatever it is to get super high. Drink it, whatever I can do. That's how every show is done. Now, let's go to our first article here, Rifeson Bank. Classic example of just what I've been telling you is all happening right now. They're all getting hooked up with crypto. They're all getting ready. Right now, we are in what we call an accumulation phase. Now it's time to accumulate good, solid crypto with real-world use case that I talk about in this program. Those are going to be the clear winners. Look, a lot of crypto will go up. The cryptos you want are the ones that have real-world use case. And you're going to see a lot. Okay, here's what I'm going to play fortune teller. Oh, guess what? I got a little crypto secret for you. I bought a small Zoltar fortune-telling machine. I did. It's about a foot tall. And it's really cool. It's a mini version of the super expensive ones. They're like $7,500, these little machines. Like for the real arcades. And I'm like, $7,500. So I bought a little cheapy one. But it does give out fortunes. And from that, I will read your fortune on what's going to happen in crypto. Okay. Now, I haven't bought the Zoltar Halloween costume. It comes with a mustache and a hair wrap, a turban hair wrap and stuff. But I will be playing with the Zoltar machine starting, I think, Sunday. Because the company's down in Las Vegas and I'm in Reno. So they said they could have it mailed here by Saturday or so. And I will have the Hungarian gypsy machine. Zoltar, I'll read your future. Zoltar Hulk will tell you what's going to happen in the crypto world. Okay, enough of the dumb shit. I like little toys like that. Rifeson Bank. Rifeson Bank taps a company called Wise. W-I-S-E. It used to be called TransferWise. Rifeson Bank taps Wise for cross-border payments. The bank is set to adopt the Wise platform. Now, listen to this. The bank is going to adopt the fintech platform. I'm telling you, they're getting ready. So here we have an example of a bank that contacted a fintech crypto type company, and this bank is buying the services of this Wise platform, which delivers cross-border payments to over 160 countries in 20 seconds or less. Oh, man. Rifeson Bank International has partnered with Wise. Now, Rifeson Bank is out of Austria, which is kind of like Germany. And we all know the deep, deep connections, the secret ones with Germany and Ripple. Okay. So we got some five family stuff going on here. Wise. So Rifeson Bank joins Wise, a London-based global money transfer specialist. Oh, I bet you they transfer real specialists. Listen what they're going to do. Listen to this. They're going to upgrade. Oh, they're going to have an upgrade, are you? Oh, I wonder what they're going to upgrade with. They're going to upgrade its cross-border payment system for retail and small to mid-size enterprise. There goes Stellar. There's Circle. That's your Circle platform, everybody. Ta-da. Now, they didn't say it, but what did Circle just come out with? A whole brand new platform for stable coins. Oh, yeah. That'll be in our next article. Don't go away. The good stuff is happening. You've got a real bank hooking up with a payments company that's not a bank, but guess what? They have crypto technology, and they're not advertising this, but it's okay because they just gave it away. They're talking about retail. Well, then that means the Circle platform that was just launched. That's why they need the upgrade, because Circle just launched as of yesterday a whole brand new stablecoin platform. The Austrian-based bank, which operates across 11 Central and Eastern European markets, will integrate, are you hearing this, the Wise platform. The Austrian bank will integrate the Crypto Wise platform. Oh, Crypto Hulk, it's coming, isn't it? I'm showing you right here. They're doing a really good job keeping this one quiet. Look, they have to announce certain things, but they have to hide what's really going on. And that's that brand new Circle stablecoin platform for retail and small to mid-size enterprise. The bank is going to integrate the Wise platform for consumer demand, seamless international payments. Wise has 160 countries hooked up, everybody. Wise is a payment service. It's not a bank, but it's utilizing crypto to complete payments. Deccan, let's drop down a little bit to the fourth paragraph. It says Deccan, D-E-K-A-N, shared on LinkedIn that the new service, it's a new service, will start rolling out in the coming days. Oh, wow. Yes, everybody, this new service will come out in a couple of days. This is speeding up. The incorporation of Wise's platform will enable our customers to enjoy faster international payments. Full transparency. That's looking at a blockchain. Like this, they're not telling us, but I'm telling you what this is. This is a Wise working with Circle. I love this. Let's let me check here the next. Let me look here. We got Bitpanda. Let me check something here real quick. Okay, now we know that Raiffeisen Bank is utilizing Wise, and it's my belief that it's the Circle platform. They're going to be using crypto. Now, Wise, okay, so Raiffeisen Bank is the bank here. Now, Raiffeisen Bank is utilizing something called Bitpanda. If you do a search on Google and you type in, is Raiffeisen Bank, well, here's the article. Here's the article here. Raiffeisen Bank is already selling cryptocurrency. Let's take a look at this. What I want to show you now is a perfect example of what's going to happen to all of these banks. Here's an article. Raiffeisen Bank and Bitpanda. That's a crypto exchange. I want you to see this. Extend partnership to 55 new banks. This was last year, about a year old. The core promise since the launch of Bitpanda Technology Solution has been to unlock digital assets trading. What I want you to see here is Bitpanda last year hooked up with Raiffeisen Bank, because Raiffeisen Bank, and guess what? All banks are going to be selling crypto. I'm showing you right now, I'm making these programs every day for you, showing you how this crypto is rolling out. You know, I'm sorry that you're not rich like you had planned. I know you invested in crypto last week, and this week you're supposed to be rich and you're not. I know it's taken a whole week and it really sucks. I've only been waiting 5 years, but I'm sorry for you. I really am. What I'm showing you here, each day I make my program, is this shit is rolling out. I don't have a date and time. I want you to be lucky that at least you know about this. You're watching a channel that goes over fundamental news. I'm not going over the top 5 or 10 news articles that are going to tickle your ears, okay? What we're looking at, we're taking a specific bank and we're using that as an example for all banks. Raiffeisen Bank hooks up with Bitpanda a year ago. They hook up with Wise the other day, May 14th, okay, a few days ago. They hook up with Wise. Not only is Raiffeisen Bank hooked up with a crypto exchange, that's not a big deal, huh? Because they're getting ready to offer crypto. All these banks, all banks, everybody, your friends, your neighbors, your people that don't believe in crypto. I'm going to tell you something. Everybody is going to have fucking crypto in the future. You are watching Crypto Hulk Show right now. A year from now, this thing might already have taken off and this show is done. What am I going to talk about? Maybe a whole new format of a show, but this show, what I'm trying to show people right now, anywhere in the world, if you're watching my show, if you follow the fundamental news, you will be rich. I don't go over hype shit on the program. Everything's fact-based. I show you an article, we discuss it. That's not my opinion. I'm showing you what is happening right now. If you look up what fintech company is Bitpanda using, now I want you to look at something here. We're talking about Raiffeisen Bank hooking up with Bitpanda. Raiffeisen Bank hooking up with Wise. What we're looking at is Raiffeisen is a typical bank. They're getting all hooked up, everybody. They're going to be able to sell crypto. Why? Because they're hooked up with Bitpanda. They're going to be able to send money fast because they're hooking up with Wise. They're going to be utilizing crypto to send money. Oh, now, if you do a Google search and type in, what fintech company is Bitpanda using to build its crypto exchange? It's called Trustology. They're using Deutsche Bank, which is a Ripple partner, Visa, which is a Ripple partner. They got Coinbase in there. We know they're hooked up with Stripe and Circle. But Trustology comes up. That's who made Bitpanda. Now, if we look up and do another Google search, here's the question I asked Google, and all roads go back to Ripple. Okay. I did a Google search. Is Trustology a partner of Medico? Listen what we find out. Yes, Trustology is indeed a partner of Medico. That's Ripple, everybody. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. They were among the early investors in Medico. Now, I brought up the other day, we had a little conspiracy talk, and I said, if you got Ripple that has this revolutionary XRP ledger and the XRP and Ripple software, it's all revolutionary, then how did they buy the Medico from Germany? Did Germany have the same technology as Ripple? We know Ripple is deep in with Germany. Ripple's first bank, a German bank. In that same year, 2014, Ripple hired a German defense minister to be on their board. What? German defense minister? What possibly could he know about cryptocurrency? We're looking at right here. There's a company called Trustology, whatever the fuck that is. It became Bitpanda, by the way. Trustology was one of the first investors of Medico, and that's Ripple's crypto custody solution, everybody. Oh my God, how amazing. Then later, Trustology, after working with Medico and shit, Ripple buys Medico because Trustology is Bitpanda, who is working with Medico. Then Ripple decides to buy it. So there is your Ripple connection to Raiffeisen Bank, to Wise. They're providing the custody for all this. Here's your proof right here. In 2023, Ripple buys Medico. So now the article I was just reading to you, all roads go back to Ripple. That's my famous Crypto Hulk saying. The Zoltar, all roads lead back to Ripple. Hen Cone. Hi, Hulk. I don't remember if you recommended BLZ. Yeah, that's Blue Zell. I mean, it's a Ripple partner from day one. I was showing that to people. I don't recommend people buy or sell anything at all. It's just if you wanted to buy it, then it might be interesting for you to buy. I don't tell people to buy shit. Okay. So now that we know we got that connection. Now we know that Trustology is Bitpanda, who is using Medico, which is Ripple. Medico buys Ripple in 2023. Oh, and look right here, Standard Chartered, which is a massive Ripple partner. They just happen to be partners with Wise, who's working with Raiffeisen Bank. See how all this comes together? Here's the article right here, 2024, November, about 6 months ago. Standard Chartered partners with Wise, platform to transform international payments. Now that's interesting, but where do we see the connection with Ripple, Crypto Hulk? Well, I was just about to get there. Why don't you hold your horses there? Calm down, buddy. Big buddy. Here's your article here. This is from 2016. Standard Chartered completes strategic investment in Ripple. That's from 2016. Now here's something from 2023, about 2 years ago. Yeah, but Crypto, that was a long time ago. That just shows they invested in him. It doesn't mean they're partners. Shut up. Hey, if you want to think you're smart, shut the fuck up so people won't see how fucking stupid you are. Here's the article here from 2023. Standard Chartered backed Zodiac Custody. So Standard Chartered is a bank. They have a crypto custody program. And guess who they're working with? Ripple. They joined Ripple for what? Medico crypto custody. Oh, dang, Crypto Hulk. I never should have said anything about old news. Now it looks like I'm a fucking cocksucker. I should learn to shut up more in public. That might help. Okay. Let me check some comments. That's the end of that particular article series. Let me... FYT fund. Hen Cohen has an FYT fund. Thank you very much for that. This is like, I think, one of the only channels where people will give a donation so they can have me tell YT to go fuck themselves. It's very, very strange, but it's true. Now, if you could do this for me, if you're somebody that doesn't have the maybe the ability to donate for any reason, cash strapped or whatever, you don't have any money, okay. YT decided to play a little game, and my channel's taken a serious hit. Normally, I get 1.4 million viewers per month. Now, YT has shut it down to 650,000. So it's definitely about 60% down. So we're going to play a game. It's called Boost the Channel. And what we do is during every top chat, put anything in there. If it's a symbol, I don't care. Just put something in the top chat. After the show's over, put something in the end chat. Next, like this show as your favorite. So go into YouTube and like this show as favorites. Share this program with, I don't fucking care who. Even if you have to send every day to your own email, send it to your email. What we're trying to do is interact with the channel. So what we're not doing is manipulating an algorithm. We would never, ever, 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 ever do that. When you send a program to your email, you're simply just reminding yourself to watch the program later. Okay, that sounds like a good excuse to me. And lastly, make a playlist of 8 videos, and then just do that each day and hit play. That'll be for like an 8-hour run. I want you to sit there, of course, and listen to the whole thing for 8 hours. Now, if the phone rings and you want to hit the mute button, use this keyboard. Do not use the YT platform to do that, because then they will notice that you're faking, and your channel will kind of, you'll kind of get in troubles from your channel, because it'll notice that you are playing a video and then not listening to it. So that's called manipulating an algorithm. But what we do is we control the volume from this only when there's a phone call. Got it? So I know that YouTube right now is recording this and everything, and that's fine, because I'm telling people to sit there and watch 8 hours of a video, and don't hit the mute button on your keyboard, okay? Because then, see, YT won't know if you're watching or not. So, and we want them to know what we're doing. Oh, of course, because we don't need privacy. We don't need that. Okay. Yeah, put it on full volume, preferably in a preschool environment, especially on a day when I'm using a lot of 4-letter words. And the kids be like, Crypto Hulk, are you serious? Well, maybe put, okay, not kindergarten. All right, 2nd grade. Oh, you got to have fun. All righty. Here's another example of a bank utilizing cryptocurrencies. Yeah, YouTube AI bots are checking and watching. Oh, yeah. That's why we love to have real. That's why we have to love real information on my show and real interaction. That's where we're not about trying to manipulate any kind of algo, and I won't say rhythm. Money Corp selects Temenos for core banking payment. Here we go again. Here we fucking go again. Let's go to the first paragraph down below. Money Corp, a United Kingdom-based payments and foreign exchange solution, has partnered with Swiss banking tech vendor Temenos. Oh, man, to power its core banking and payments ecosystem. With a presence in over 190 countries, Money Corp handles payments and foreign exchange transactions. Through a partnership, Money Corp will what? Adopt Temenos Ripple partner software. Oh, for those that didn't know, Temenos is a Ripple partner. So they're utilizing Ripple technology. So this bank, Money Corp, is adapting the cryptocurrency software from Temenos, and it's software as a service. Now we go, yeah, they got over 190 countries. That's almost like the whole world, by the way. Go to the third paragraph. Through the partnership, Money Corp will adopt Temenos software as a service. Let me rephrase that so it sounds more accurate, okay? Because the article can't tell you this. Oh, God, no. What the news is doing right now, you guys, is telling you, but not telling you, okay? Let me reread this so it makes better crypto sense. So Temenos is running on Ripple. For the brand new people, they're running on Ripple XRP technology. Ripple is a software company, so they're utilizing, I don't know if it's XRapid or whatever the fuck it is, but they're utilizing XRP. So let me read this. Through the partnership, Money Corp will adopt Temenos software. That's Ripple software. Offerings for core banking, its tech infrastructure as it looks to scale. Money Corp looks to scale its business and launch new products and services. Oh, man. Here we go. Temenos is going to offer Money Corp the XRP. That's what they're doing. Go to the third paragraph from the bottom. Third paragraph from the bottom. Srini Kasturi, Group Chief Technology Officer at Money Corp, says Temenos multi-country support and localization will enable us to launch new solutions quickly around the world. New solutions quickly around the world. Gee. Now, who's helping them in all this? Read the last paragraph. Former JP Morgan managing director. Oh, man. He is the new chief technology officer. This guy from JP Morgan. Now, why? Excuse me. Why is that interesting? Well, if we look right here at this article, you'll see why JP Morgan is already using Ripple technology. Here's the article right here. JP Morgan joins forces with Ripple, partner in the United Arab Emirates. JP Morgan joins forces with Ripple, partner Alfred on Exchange. JP Morgan, since 2022, has been utilizing Ripple technology. Now, look, I do believe JP Morgan is a Ripple partner. I think unofficially. Let's put it like this. No, JP Morgan is a Ripple partner, but quietly. They've signed non-disclosure agreements. JP Morgan, the company, is utilizing Al-Fardan Exchange for their ability to send and utilize the XRP ledger. That's what Al-Fardan is. Al-Fardan is a Ripple partner. They're utilizing Ripple software to move money all around the world on the ledger. So that's where the JP Morgan comes in to this whole article that we're talking about right there with Temenos, because Temenos, we know, is a Ripple partner since 8 years ago. Oh, shit, yeah. Crypto Hulk, why do you always show all the old news? I have a question. Why do you keep sucking on fat dicks and try to get on my program and ask stupid fucking questions? That's my question to you. Here's the article right here. Temenos has something called T24. It's a core banking solution which integrates Ripple technology. This article is from 8 years ago. Holy shit. It says here, Temenos T24 integration is a big milestone for Ripple. By the look of things, Ripple's version of the blockchain protocol is something the Temenos 24 team is growing fond of, and a pioneer project presented by Deloitte. That's an accounting firm that's also a Ripple partner. This thing gets so deep. So this whole thing with Raiffeisen Bank and Temenos and all this stuff, this just goes to show you right here. It's all Ripple. It goes back to Ripple. Let's check the comment section real quick. Okay, let me tell you something about this Zebec thing, okay? Don't get caught up. But Crypto Hulk, you own Zebec. I know, I do. But do you see me talking about it? No. Why? Because this whole, let me tell you what's going on. When you get near a bull run, let me tell you something. People start buying everything. Everything fucking goes up. Do you understand that? When we get near a bull run, all these dumb shit channels right now are going to start growing like crazy. Why? Because desperate people or ignorant investors are going to watch whoever they can. Because look, everything goes up. Haven't you heard that phrase? All boats will rise on the tide. When a bull run happens, and we're starting one right now. Okay, I could see it because we're getting there's a lot of adoption going on and so forth, and you can't hide it. So a lot of people are becoming aware of crypto. But here's the problem. This Zebec thing, they're promoting the fuck out of it, okay? All, like in different comments that I got, somebody will just write Zebec. And they're doing that on all these websites and stuff. Somebody is creating, and it could be whales, I'm just letting you know, somebody is creating a hype because look, what do I do every day? I look through news. Besides cuss and swear and yell and scream, I look at fundamental news. All right. I'm not seeing anything on Zebec. Oh, but Crypto Hulk, you invested in it. Yeah, of course. And it's a project that I think is going to do well. But here's the thing. Somebody out there, I'm just letting you know, so don't get all caught up in the hype. Oh, I think I'm going to go buy it. Buy it because you think it's a real world use case. I'm not getting into doing another show on it because that'll be like promoting it, and I'm not trying to do that. We've already talked about Zebec. I showed you the reasons why I invested in it stuff. I leave that alone and I'm done. Unless I see more news coming up. What we got going on now is hype. Somebody's hyping the fuck out of that ZBCN shit. So I'm going to tell you, just don't do it. Buy it. See, were you buying it a week ago? No. 2 weeks ago? No. 3? No. You weren't buying it all. All of a sudden now, you see something going up and people are starting to get like, whatever, they want to get it. Okay, look at fundamentals. What the fuck in the past week has Zebec done? Basically, the price increases because Zebec and Uphold had a live stream on Twitter. They stated they have a partnership with Ripple, but under non-disclosure. Uphold lead researcher also stated the Likes project. Okay. I was wondering where all this hype shit's coming from. Okay. So there's some kind of thing and people are... I'm not telling you to buy it or not buy it. It's just I bought some when there was. See, what I do is I buy crypto where there's no hype. That's what I like to do. If I must have saw something about Zebec online a month ago or a month and a half when I was telling people to buy it and shit, or when I was buying it. But just lately, I'm seeing a lot of hype. And a lot of times people pump and dump. So if you want a long haul Zebec, because look, they're pumping this shit up and then it's gonna okay. So if you want to invest in it now, then I'd say do it. But don't invest in it just because you see it going up and you want to sell off later. No, I wouldn't do that. Now I do sometimes talk about crypto on my channel, and sometimes it goes up like the really tech. It went up 15x overnight or something, and then went down after that. But like, look, I don't do like pump and dump shit. If I invest in something, I'm investing in it. The only thing I pumped and dumped once was Dogecoin, made a couple thousand, but that's it. So if you want to get Zebec, just to close this off, they don't seem to want to talk about the partnership much. Yeah, I mean, I think I put 25% of my monthly crypto allowance into Zebec, and that's all that I did. I didn't go crazy in it and do anything, you know. So, and if Zebec goes to the moon or it doesn't, I don't care. I've got a small portion of money in Zebec, and if it does great as a project, great. And if not, I don't care. I didn't put much money in it anyway. So that's my take with that. If you're going to buy it because everybody's talking about it and shit, that's fucking stupid. You're the kind of person who's going to get wrecked. That's how it goes with that. All right. Let's go to the next article. Hong Kong. Crypto Hulk, what the hell is that? Crypto Hulk has these random outbursts. You know, I mean, it's not too late to get Zebec. If you're going to long-term it, look, just one last time with the Zebec thing. 0.0025, I don't care if it's 2 cents, 5 cents, 10. If you really think Zebec long-term is going to be a good project, then you can still buy it at like 10 cents or 50 cents. You're still getting it early, right? So it depends on how you look at shit. When I invest in something, that's going to go long-term. I mean, I have a problem. I already got XRP, so I don't need to buy any. But I mean, I have a problem buying XRP at $2.20. Like, I'm into stuff. I like it when it's under 30 cents. So I try getting into shit that's almost free up until about 30 cents. And then I'm kind of like, I think I'm getting priced out. So long term on Zebec, I mean, what if it goes like $10 and you get in it? Okay, let's say you buy it at a quarter. You buy it at a quarter, but not $1. So you get it at a quarter, and it goes at $10, right? So you just for 40 times your money. That's pretty fucking good. And if it does this in a year or two, that's amazing. 3 years, doing a 40x in 3 years. So you have to, you just have to, this is just my thoughts, and I'm a nobody. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto advisor. So that's just my take on it. I'm a 15 to 30 cent person on crypto. And after that, I'm off to the next one. I'll buy a whole bunch in a short period of time at 15 to 30 cents. And then when it starts hitting 30, I'm kind of done. Then I go look for other use case, crypto with good use case, and I'll dogpile into that until it hits about 30 cents and I'm done. You know what? That's just me. It doesn't fucking matter. You can have your own strategy or whatever you do. So, but I don't think right now, you bought in late at Zebec. It's not even a penny. So you're still early. All right. I mean, early and late. I mean, early is relative. What if it was 0.00000005? That's pretty fucking early. So early and late, it's what if Zebec goes to $50 and you bought it at a nickel You bought Zebec at 5 cents. Somebody says, oh, you're already late. It used to be. I bought it at 0.0025. You bought it at 5 cents. What if it goes to $500? You're a fucking investment legend. So just, that's enough. I'm done talking about that shit. All right. Hong Kong. Why is there... Now, you know, the United States had stablecoin bill, the Genius Act. They're voting on trying to get both houses of Congress. Now, what's interesting is Hong Kong just passed it. Hong Kong just passed stablecoin bill. Now, what a coincidence, Crypto Hulk, isn't it? Well, maybe. I mean, it's kind of like a maybe. Okay, two things we need to get rich from. These two things need to happen. These are important. It's not everything that needs to happen. Global crypto regulations. Do we have global crypto regulations? No, we don't. So nobody's getting rich, okay? Now, we need global tokenization. What's tokenization? When you take everything in the world that is a real entity or anything that's real, and you tokenize it on a blockchain, real world assets. So there could be a horse, like a racehorse. There could be an art painting, property, a business, your house. Stablecoin. A stablecoin is just that. What we're going to see in the future, look, everything can be a stablecoin. Do you understand this? Traditionally, we've called a stablecoin, like if you have one Ripple dollar or one of these Ripple Labs stablecoins, it's worth like $1 or something like that. Look, things are about to change. Anything can get tokenized. So guess what? Anything's a stablecoin. Technically speaking. So now you're starting to think a little bit differently now when you watch the show, especially from all the drug use. Technically, anything is a stable coin. If you have a crypto and you back real world assets, everything becomes a when we have global tokenization of real world assets, you just create a stable coin. You get it? So we're so used to hearing the word stablecoin, thinking of something like Tether or whatever, or Circle or whatever it is. But technically, stablecoin's anything. Because it's that, look at the name, stable coin. It's backed by a real world asset. So most of the time, stable coins have been backed by fiat dollars. Now, you have to be careful because when you start backing a crypto with stuff, then you kind of like don't need money, like paper dollars, right? So the government has to be careful on what they allow to be used, because you can then have stable coins and everything backing them except paper dollars. And then, so what you got to do is create a payment method that uses fiat money. What you're going to see first is stable coins that are backed with paper money or treasuries or something like that. Otherwise, you run into a problem where you have a Facebook Libra crypto and the government shuts it down because it sees it as a threat to the money of all the world. So we have to be careful. This stablecoin law, Hong Kong passes this law, but I want you to see something here. All roads lead back to Ripple. Let's look at this right here. We do a copy and a paste. Go to the 20-second mark. Go to the 20-second mark. I want you to see something here. No other channel has this. This is a Crypto Hulk exclusive. Thank you for being a member to this program or donating or watching videos for 8 hours a day and sharing them. What we have right here is Ripple Hong Kong, copyright 2014. Largest Ripple gateway in Hong Kong. Everybody, do you think it's just by accident or coincidence? Remember how I started this off? I said, is it just a coincidence that Hong Kong and the United States are passing crypto laws right now? Is it just a coincidence? What do you think? So the United States is voting on stablecoins. We're almost done. Hong Kong just voted. They're done. And I said, kind of a coincidence, isn't it? Well, maybe not. Now I showed you an article where Ripple Hong Kong. Oh, now it's not like a coincidence anymore, is it? Now it's kind of like somebody in the United States picks up a phone, says, hey, Hong Kong, go ahead. Green light. I showed you the evidence right there. Looks to me like it's all a coordinated event. Let's look at the last article. South Korea. Now, here's another coincidence, or maybe not. South Korea is talking about stablecoins and making them legal and all that stuff. All of a sudden now, right? Just all of a sudden now. South Korean presidential frontrunner proposes a won-based stablecoin. It's WON. South Korean presidential candidate Lee Jae-myung backed a won-backed stablecoin to curb capital flight. What they're doing here is everybody's now rushing to get a stablecoin. Why? Because when you have a stablecoin, everybody can use your money. You see, I don't know where to get the paper Korean won, like the paper fiat and the coins. I don't know where to get that shit. What if I just open up my phone and go to my whatever exchange I already use and buy Korean won crypto? Bam. It just helped out Korea. Now, let me tell you something. All the early Ripple partners, this is Korea right here. They want to, in Korea, they're going to elect a president. So the president's doing a Trump. He's running on crypto, just like Trump did, and he won it. Why? Because the Democrats were all about trying to kill crypto, right? Joe Biden walk around crazy like you don't know, weekend at Bernie's and shit. He hasn't been checked in for 4 years. He's been off somewhere else. In South Korea, they're having a presidential election. So this guy is going to pretend, yeah, let's do crypto. So he's talking about a stable coin. Now, South Korea, is that a coincidence? They're doing it at the same time that we are? Well, let's look at the evidence because Crypto Hulk runs an evidence-based program. Let me show you the evidence. We have something called, go to the 2-second mark. In the 2-second mark, you have something called the IRBA, International Ripple Business Association, where Ripple went into South Korea to hook them up with crypto technology 10 years ago. Let's look at the evidence. Go to the 5-second mark. 5-second mark. This same page is 2015. Okay, just want to show you that page we're looking at is 2015. Now go to the 11-second mark, and you can watch the whole video at once and you'll see it all, but I'm just showing it in parts. The 11-second mark. What do we have? Talks about a gateway. Oh, look, there's Korea right there. Look at that. Gateways are the on-ramps to the Ripple network. Look at the word Korea right there. And they're not talking north. They give us, gateways give users the ability to move assets like fiat cash, cryptocurrencies, gold, silver, and etc. around the globe instantly. Oh, at no cost. International Ripple Business Association listed gateways have committed to following a rigorous set of disclosure standards and best practices. In 2015, Crypto Hulk, who was Ripple working with and who had access to the XRP ledger and stuff? Japan, Korea, Canada, Mexico, Europe, and a bunch of other countries, okay, and or areas. So now I just showed you fact-based where South Korea, they've been with Ripple for at least 10 years. There's the evidence right there. They were partners. So when I showed you an article about these countries, Hong Kong passing stablecoin bill, not a surprise. They're a Ripple partner from 2014. I have the evidence for that. No other channel. And we talk about South Korea. The new president guy's trying to run, so he's talking all about crypto. That's not a surprise. I showed you the evidence. South Korea is a Ripple partner. No other person had that International Ripple Business Association stuff. So it's all planned out. It's a coordinated event. I told you already, all the early Ripple partners, they're taking off first. So if you're smart, you'll get stuck like the Blue Zell thing, okay? These different things I tell you about, they're early Ripple partners. Get in, and then if it takes off, sell off half. Put it in another company, because then they're going to go up after that. I mean, that's one way you could do stuff. Look at countries like Turkey or whatever. These early Ripple countries, like Japan's money's hurting right now. Let's say you're a person that you got enough crypto, but you want to invest in something else crypto related. Well, this is what I'm talking about then. These countries, Japan, New Zealand, Turkey, Pakistan, some of you might want to invest in the currencies, and you could probably go online to an exchange. You say, well, I don't want to have to go to a bank and buy the money. Go to like a crypto exchange, put in $1,000 American and convert it into whatever. Now you're holding money from like Pakistan. So there you have that. It's easy. Now the thing is, do you trust that exchange? Because you're not holding the Paki money, the Pakistani or the Turkish lira. It's in an account, so it's electronic. So if Turkey's or whatever country, you pick the country if they're a early Ripple partner. I've talked about them enough. I'm not going to talk about them right now or mention them, but I mentioned some of them now. Russia and this and that. Russia's an early Ripple partner, so is China. You can literally go to a crypto exchange. You know how you can turn just put in dollars and then convert it into whatever. If you can try to find an exchange that you can do that with, or buy a crypto if you have to, and then convert that back into Turkish lira or whatever. Now you got Turkish lira, and you can have them hold it. And then when Turkish lira goes up 3, 4, 5x, your money. So it's just, there's different ways to do stuff. All right. Okay. Let me check some comments. I think that'll do it, unless there's any questions that I'm going to try to answer. Diversify your investments. Yeah, XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, ALGO, VET, Flare, Axelar, ADA. Yeah. I mean, it's that simple, really. You can just invest in whatever this person just said for the crown. You got $5,000, put like whatever, $500 of each or $700 in each of these right there. I mean, personally, I don't like ADA or XLM kind of, but you know what? Just fucking do it. Put it into these right there. Chances are one of those or more, I say all of those right there, but let's say if 2 or 3 of them go to the moon, then there you go. Or just one of them goes to the moon. This person here has a very good selection of cryptocurrency. I bet any of those would take off. I have no doubt about that. There's going to be a couple in there. There's a couple in there that I'm a little leery about, but I'd still, I mean, I personally won't invest in ADA. I got VeChain, but I don't quite see enough relationship making with them. But that they were my number 2 crypto investment. I got XRP was the first one I bought. Then after that was VeChain. This was 5 years ago. So I'm still hoping for VeChain. Hopefully I'm not 300 years old before VeChain's worth anything, but I haven't sold it and I won't, but I'm just like waiting, like, can you do something? But okay, that's it. Gotta go. I'll see y'all. If I can, I'm sure I can make a show. Absolutely. I'm gonna have a show today at about 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. That's in about 10 hours from now. I'll see you then.